Well, I think I just came up with a plan. Might just work. Yeah, this is just a testing. What I'm trying to do is, because I got no more camera, my camera blew up here, is using the camera on my cell phone. I'm just trying to figure a way of hooking it up to my tripod. And I figured a way out. Using the old string on the iPod, or the tripod, for carrying. I wrap that around the lock nut and use it like a sling to hold the cell phone on it. It looks like it's going to work for this next project. So we're going to find out. Using my webcam, I'll show you how I rigged the phone up to the tripod. Welcome to my channel, Ken's Hobbies. Today's project is going to be a Samsung front-load washer. I was upstairs the other day, we were watching TV, and when the washer went in spin cycle, it made this god-awful racket. I said to the wife, "What the hell is that racket?" And that's when she says, "Yeah, it's the washer. It seems to me like it's been getting louder and louder." And Friday, she says, "Boy, that washer's really getting loud. When am I going to look at it, and what is wrong with it?" Now, if it's anything like the old Westinghouse front-load washers were, also the Philco Bendix, which I did a lot of those machines back in the 60s and 70s, I can't see how much difference the new style front loader should have very much similarities in its operation between the wash and the spin for the drum as the old Westinghouses did. So we're going to knock this apart and have a look at it today and see if we can't figure out why this thing isn't so darn noisy on spin cycle. You know, I was going to say something here and I just went blank. Well, let's see if this works. Okay. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but the first thing we got to do is get my cell phone balanced here. That should be pretty good enough. I don't know how good this is going to turn out because I can't see the screen. So, first thing, I got the washer pulled out now. First thing we got to do is get our inspection panel open up and start there. Oh yeah, I can see this is going to be a struggle. Now we gotta figure this all out as we go, because it sure isn't like they used to be. Boy, talk about well-built construction. I have to give credit there. Okay, I got all the bolts that I can see off. There's something somewhere we gotta do to get this inspection cover off. Ah, there we are. Well, this is a totally different setup. Is this ever a totally different setup? Well, we have to do some inspecting here, figuring this out. All sensors and looks like this. No more belts. The motor and everything's all as a unit. Well, ain't that interesting? Okay. Well, we gotta begin. It looks like we start with this nut right here, so gotta go to the shop, and that looks like 3/4 inch. So we're gonna go get a 3/4 inch now. I'm seeing here wonder what's this assembly. I'm gonna have to see if I can go online. Oh, is that supposed to be leaning that far back? Doesn't look right good to me. Pop this here for a second. Oh yeah, there's lots of clearance there. I guess it is designed that way. Well, let's go get a 3/4 inch socket. How tight is that? It's obviously more than the gun can handle. And the hell is supposed to come apart then if it doesn't spin? My goodness. So there we are. Well, that's one big magnet. Well, I'll be dipped. That's all magnets. So it'd be North Pole, South Pole, North Pole, South Pole. I'll be darned. Whole complete design. And yes, I can see now where it is a total different setup. The old Westinghouses used to have right here. Remember in an earlier video I was talking about a clutch spring. That used to be located right here in the old Westinghouses. I can't remember on the Philco Bendix, but it was very similar. I see now it's a total here because they were driven by belts that went here. Now we got these coils all around here in the stator. Well, same basic principle as a, so it'd be, this got my curiosity up now. This must be the main control panel down in here. That's the bearing right there. Now, this brings the questions. So, what size is that? Looks like 10 millimeter. So now I need to get a 10 millimeter wrench. Okay. So I'm assuming that these coils would be a north, south, north, south, north, south, north, south, north, south to give it the direction. And when it reverses, becomes the opposite. North, south, north, south, north, south, north, south, north, south. That is stationary, that portion. Okay. That portion I see is stationary. It don't move, so our only movement is right there. Now, my question is this all as a hub? I have to get this off so I can see what's behind here. Let's get a 10mm socket. Yeah. Oh boy, that's too big. And that just spins around. So, it's one size smaller than this. Oddball 9mm. Because here's a 10, and it don't fit. And here's an 11, it just spins. And that just spins. Okay, I can see a lot of running back and forth to the shop and back. Oh, this is going to be fun. We found one. Well, we'll soon find out what's behind this. It's exactly what it is. Massive pile of coils. Okay. I see. That is molded into the aluminum case. So what I'm suspecting is the bearing. I'm gonna pop the cap off here, if I can. Okay. Let's see, to replace a bearing here, it's going to be a complete teardown. Well, this is just great. This is one hell of a job. You can tell that that is what the issue is. which requires, this is going to be, okay, well I see from the top here that this has a split case to it. There's two halves to this. Well, as you can hear, that is definite bearings. Show you what the top looks like and what the battle is going to be. Right here, it splits in half. Okay, well, here's the model and serial number that we need. I hope I can get this focused. Well, I can't get that focused in. Ah, lovely. Well, I see a whole ton of screws here in the front. Well, doesn't look that bad. Looks like two screws. One here and one here. And the door comes off. One screw here. Oh no, how does this boot come off? It should be the same, if I recall right. But when I see it's a complete different setup. Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. It's not made easy. That's for sure. Okay, so that's part of the door. Yeah, okay. It's got to come out somewhere. There's got to be a stopping clip. Yeah, there it is. Okay. We'll put that up here. What do we have here? A broken piece. I wonder where this piece came from. Yeah, I guess time will tell. Now, I'll try to find a location to put my... Sure wished I had a camera person. This is so hard. You're by yourself. To set up videotaking. You know, this is getting virtually impossible to be working and filming at the same time using this stinking cell phone. I'm going to have to cut this video short. I'll just give you little segments as I proceed. It's about the only thing I can do here because I got no camera, proper camera. And every time I look at this thing, it either shuts off, goes somewhere else, or does its own setting. Because they are too sensitive. That's another thing I don't like about this touch stuff. Okay, got my front piece off here. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4 screws here on the top. And it looks like this separates this whole front panel off of this. Because I see nothing on the sides. So this looks like the next item off. Well, I got the front off. That was fun getting off. Underneath in the corners here is a lifting machine up crazy, stupid cell phones. They're too sensitive. They just move it the wrong direction or touch the wrong thing, and then it changes it. You don't know what has happened or what it did. You're hunting. And what's this 1 and 2? I have no clue. I'm going to have to invest me in a camera as soon as I can afford to get one. Because right now I don't have the money to get a new camera. And this is a real fight, all directions. Not only for this machine, but for the stupid cell phone video camera as well. If it wasn't so sensitive, it'd be okay. But when it's so overly sensitive, just touch the wrong thing or look at it wrong, and it does what it feels. Well, another little bit more progress update. We got this loosened. We got all my hoses disconnected. We got the boot off. And now I'm seeing all kinds of wires on the bottom here. So I just want to mark them. Okay, we have a red wire. It goes to the furthest terminal. We have a ground wire here. And a neutral or black wire here. And they are on some tight spade terminals. At least they're on spade terminals. Now, I don't know what the heck this is. This looks like part of the drainage system for the pump. There's not one thing easy about this. Give me a Westinghouse. I'd have had a Westinghouse halfway together already if it was a Westinghouse. Oh boy. Oh, gotta put the camera down again. Okay, well, I got my tubs, outer tubs separated. And how I did that is, this is called a wobble joint. Put my 10mm socket on there, along with my adapter from 3/8 to a 1/4" wrench here. All along the edge, bolts. So got them unzapped. Got the 2 front shock absorbers disconnected here on each corner. So now it's a matter of figuring out how to get our 2 springs unhooked. Then this front can come off. I knew this was going to be an all-day job, right from the word go. But I didn't figure it'd be this long of a job. Anyhow, back to it. Got it all out, got the tub out. Water cut past the seal, and as you see, this is the bearing that's taken out. So this is the bearing we got to change. We're going to change the other one at the same time. When we feel a lip here, you can see there's a buildup there, so that's what allowed the water to get past the lip here. So we'll clean this up. I can run my fingernail there, and it feels good yet, so we'll just polish that up. Replace the seal. And that's the next phase. the back side of the hub for the other bearing. I got that one starting to move, but I kind of schmucked my hand with the hammer there, so I'm taking a break now. Well, there you have it. And that is the as far as I got today. Now it's time to all that's left is knock those bearings out so I can get the numbers, go to the bearing store. Well, I know I'll going to the bearing store will be able to save a lot rather than going to the appliance dealer or ordering them. Hopefully I can get them at the bearing supplier. Been trying to figure out how to make a tool here, but it's not going to work for me. But I got the seal out. If you see the back side of the seal, you see the rust that was behind the seal. This is the seal that was in it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see if I get a part 2. I don't know if I'll make a part 2, but we'll see how it goes. Without a camera, it's pretty difficult. Again, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe and do like. Hit that bell button for notifications. And we'll catch you on the next one. Adios.